There comes a moment in life when a person begins to feel that reality is not only what we see with our eyes. As if behind everyday events there is something older, something quieter, something that watches us through symbols, myths, and stories that people have been leaving behind for thousands of years. Ancient civilization tried to explain this feeling. The Egyptians spoke of gods who bring the sun back to life each morning. The Greeks told stories of heroes who go through trials in order to find their truth. Celtic legends spoke of Merlin, the guardian of knowledge between worlds. And then, much later, in a small book, the little prince asked adults simple questions. Have you forgotten how to see with your hearts? Perhaps all of these stories across different eras and cultures were trying to describe the same thing. That the world is not only the matter we can touch, that there is a layer of meaning we do not immediately see. A layer where symbols speak, myths carry memory, and the questions we hold within ourselves begin to slowly take shape. For a long time, I lived in a world focused only on the outside, on facts, obligations, and the rules of everyday life. But somewhere along the way, I began to notice something different. As if behind everything there is a quiet structure of meaning. As if myths are not just old stories, but a way people try to explain the depth of human consciousness. And that is where my exploration began. Between science and symbols, between history and inner experience, between the stories left to us by ancient civilization and the questions every human carries within. Because maybe mythology was never just a story about gods. Maybe it has always been a story about the human being, about the search for meaning, the fear of darkness, and the desire to find the light. And maybe today, in a time of technology and speed, that search has not disappeared. Maybe it has only changed its form. And that is why I want to open a space where we can look at these ancient stories again, not as myths of the past, but as keys to understanding the world and understanding ourselves. Because maybe the greatest secret is not hidden somewhere far away. Maybe it has been here all along, in the way we think, in the symbols that draw us in the questions that never leave us. And maybe the first step toward understanding is this: to dare once again to look deeper.